Alrighty, traders, you know what time it is. It's market update time. We're going to be looking across all the markets and something really interesting happening with the indices, guys, plus some mining stocks as well too, and a whole down home country goodness as well too. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let's get straight into it. Traders, make sure you grab the trading course on the screen there. It's for free. If you need some help, guys, first link in the description. Now, let's get into the good old stock market here. Oh, before I get started, guys, I'm going to be looking at some of the mining stocks. So, some of the big mining stocks out there are obviously like, let's actually bring this up here. So, for example, NEM, right? So, Newmont Mining is obviously a really big mining stock. You've got, what else you got here? You got gold, right? Barrick Gold. Where's that? There's the Barrick Gold through there. You got, so that's obviously a mining stock through there as well too. You got a thing like a real big silver stock that everyone likes is First Majestic. So there's a lot of different silver mining. Please leave a comment below and let me know, out of all the different mining stocks out there, which one is your favies, okay? Do you have a favy one? Because I'm sure all you guys have your favy ones out there. Now guys, put it this way. I honestly do believe that those who are long-term buy and hold mining stocks in the mining sector, like for the rest of this decade, so to speak, are going to see incredible gains. Short-term, over the next, say, 12 months or so, it's very hard to say. We may be forming a bottom here, we may not. But I really believe on the other side of the election, getting into 2025 and onwards, that we're going to see woofka. Right, the woofka, that's the sound that the software makes. Woofka, right? Actually, how do you even say that, guys? Put it in the comment section below. How do you say woofka? Anyway, how do you actually even just know? How do you spell woofka? Can you guys put it in the comment section below? Put woofka in the comment section below. And oh, by the way, guys, can you just hit that like button? I don't really know ask that, but can you hit the like button for me, guys? Thank you. Now, so let's actually get into we'll go back to the stock market here. We'll go back to the stock market here, guys, and then we'll get to the mining stocks and so on and so forth. But again, just please leave a comment below, guys. Let me know, out of all the mining stocks, let me know what your top stock is that maybe you're investing in already, or maybe you like, and let me know the reasons why. I really get the interesting, because the reason why I'm doing this is because for me personally, I'm also looking for really good, more investments into that sector because of what I've just said about what I believe is coming and so on and so forth. Anyway, let's get into the stock market. Now, this is do or die for the stock market. Do or die for the stock market. Either crash or incredible boom. Man, maybe I should title this video that. Crash, do or die. Crash or incredible boom. So, the reason why I'm saying that is that we're looking at the S&P 500 right now, okay? This is the SPX. To the top is the weekly charts. To the bottom is the daily charts. Okay, so let me click on you. Let me make you a bit of a sinky there, right? What can we notice here? Again, top is weekly charts. Bottom is daily charts. What can we notice here? Let's actually expand you. Let's expand this weekly chart here first for starters, and let's actually see what's going on here, right? So what can we see here? We can see what? Spaghetti-o, right? This is that big weekly chart there, right? So if we could look at the weekly chart, we can also see what? This whole level all through, it has to be probably even that low point there. So that low point right through there, maybe even just slightly lower than that. That is what? That is that major level there, right? So look where we are right now. We're squeezing up. We are making a slight lower high and a down through here, and we're holding through here. So we have this trend line coming up through here. Three major trend lines, three major support and resistance lines are coming into play right now, where you can see this here, right? So we're coming down through here. This is do or die. The reason why I say do or die is because look where we're at right now. It bounced off this major support level, and it came down through here as well too, right? So bounced off this level, and now we're slowly coming down through here. Who is going to be dominant? Because wherever it breaks, we're likely to see an incredible move. Now, that's that weekly chart there, okay? Now, let's click on this bottom chart here, which is the daily chart, and let me blow this up and let me show you what I'm seeing through here. A bit more closer up view now. Okay, so now what do we see? Now what we see here is this. And by the way, traders, whenever you're trading the markets, one of the most important things is not the actual, a lot of traders, what they do, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing to do, but majority of the time, a lot of traders, they use candlesticks and they're like, oh, what does this candlestick today say? The most important thing to us as traders is the flow of the markets, right? Is the flow of the markets. So it's more like not what this one candlestick up here says. Oh, look, it's an engulfing candle. It's a shooting star. It's a hammer. Right? No. For me, what am I looking for? I'm looking for flow. Oh, look, it flowed up. It flowed down. It flowed up. It flowed down. You get what I'm saying there, right? We're flowing up. We're at resistance levels. So right? That's the flow of that there, okay? So one of the reasons why I like to use black bars as well too. I do use candlesticks sometimes, guys, but again, I'm not looking for candlestick patterns. Okay, I'm looking for flow of markets. Okay, which is me looking at simple trend analysis and see what's happening with the real trend through there. Trend analysis and also strength in moves as well too. Now, guys, if you haven't seen yesterday's update, I talked yesterday's update. Then make sure you do go see that, because I talk a lot about how the strength in moves can give us a bit of a warning sign and also give us a guidance on what's really going on and who's more dominant in the market at that particular time, the buyers or sellers, right? So make sure you go check that out if you haven't seen that. And if you did see it and you enjoyed it, hit that like button for today's video. Say, yes, John, I enjoyed that. And by the way, put a comment section below. Let me know if you actually did watch yesterday's update. And I hopefully that update, because I went for about 30 minutes on that one, to really help you out. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is the S&P 500. Why is this do or die, right? Because right now, major level of support. So what happens here? We've got this resistance, and now it's the support here now becomes resistance. What happens? Do we hold here, maybe come down, create a high low, and then away we go? Scenario number one, bushka, whooshka. Again, guys, can you put that in the chat box below? How do you spell? Is it whooshka or bushka? Which one do you prefer? Put it in the bushka or whooshka. How do you even spell that? Anyway, bushka number one, right? Whooshka number one. So that happens there. If we break to the upside, we're likely to go for an incredible move. Now, the scenario number two, right, is that what we have a high, we have a lower high. This now becomes a lower high, and we start to roll over, and we break this low. If indeed we break this previous low, spaghetti-o, right? Because what is the market telling us? Well, then we're probably likely to see something like this happening, I really believe. Now, again, guys, the market's talking to us right now. So the market's talking to remember, when the market's talking to us, it's important to not have any judgment about anything. Oh, that's right, the market's going to crash because of the Israel thing. No. Oh, the market's going to crash. No. All right, like charts, right? Charts, guys, right? What the charts are telling us, strength in moves and looking at trends. Again, yesterday's video walked you through a lot more about the trend analysis and the strength in moves. I really went into detail, especially utilizing the Bitcoin chart right now, because it's a really good teaching lesson about the strength in moves. So please go watch that if you haven't, because I know it's going to help you when it comes to identifying what I'm talking about here. Okay, so but the charts, right? If you're a trader of the markets, when you're getting in and getting out, holding for a couple of days, maybe for a couple of weeks, right? Or maybe sooner if you're looking at 5-minute charts, right? Then it's all about the charts, not the farts, not even me, right? So if we do get that, guys, we're probably likely to start to see probably the S&P down here about the 3,800 level. And if I zoom my charts out a lot more, yeah, we could be getting ready for, what is that? What is that? A 10% move in the downside. We could be getting ready for a 10% drop on the stock market. Now people say, oh, recession coming, 80% drop. Maybe, right? But if you've been trading the markets for the last couple of years, you would know that a lot of what we think is common sense in the market is probably the opposite, right? So when a lot of people think, oh, high inflation, high interest rate, stock market crash, what happened to the markets, right? So that's why we can never take what we think is going to happen and then apply it to the actual markets. What the most important thing to us is what? The flow of what's happening. So the flow right now is high, lower high, and then lower high. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Then guess what? We could be getting ready for movement on the downside. Looking at the good old Nasdaq as well too. The Nasdaq itself, let's go to The top is, once again, the top's the weekly chart, the bottom's this chart. So let me actually just draw a few trend lines here. So I want to draw one trend line, which is going to be more like this level through here, I would say. So that'll be that level there. Actually, you know what? Let's actually draw you from there to there. Actually, let's open you up a bit more. I was just thinking about a joke. It was a bad joke as well too, and it was dirty, so I thought I'd keep it clean. And then we have this one. Look at this here. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Uh-oh. Look at this here. Squeezing up, right? What happens? Because traders, just because there is a bull flag, it's like, oh, John, it's a bull flag. John. Bull flag. Oh, bull flag. It's got to go up. It's got to go up. Traders. Do you know how many times? I've actually seen a bull flag not be bullish, right? So we need to be alert from the other side, right? Because everyone knows bull flags, right? The market's smart. So therefore the opposite can happen, right? For example, look at this back here. Let me blow this chart up. Look at this back here, right? When it comes to bull flags, right? Strong up. Oh, look, there's a bit of a bull flag there. Oh, it's a bull flag. It's got to go. Oh, here we go. Bullish. And good old dump on the markets, right? No one was expecting that at that time. That's why whenever you are trading flags, you wait for the breakout first, right? Does it break out through here or does it break down through here? Because wherever it breaks, that's where it's likely to go, right? So as you can see, it broke down and we went down. Why is that important now? Because we do have what? We have good support level through here. And if indeed we break down through here and we get some sort of strong bar coming down through there, guess what? The market is talking to us. And it says, you know what? This is probably not going to go up. This is probably going to do something like this, right? A good old dumpy, right? So that's what I'm seeing through there on the Nasdaq. Let's go to the Dow Jones chart. Right, Dow Jones chart, and the same thing for the Dow Jones chart, right? Top is the weekly charts, and let's actually let's sync you, and let's sync you so I can get down to the bottom here. So again, this is the weekly chart up the top here, guys, and this is the daily chart down the bottom here. Notice what's happening here, right? Big picture. Actually, you know what? I don't need you there. Big picture, right? Look what's happened. The weekly chart came down through here. Look what's happened with the daily charts here. What is this? The daily charts are what? It came down, it came up. What is this? Is this a dumpy or is this a rally? Do or die for the markets, right? Do or die for the markets. Let's go look at silver and gold, bit of an update. And gold, right? Gold is just, to me, guys, I tell you what, this is looking really bullish now. For the last week, I wasn't too quite sure because we were in a downward trend. And I'm like, I'm not too sure what's going to come through here. We were in a downward trend, high, lower high, and the lower high came down, came straight back up. What do we have here? Good old V bottom action now. And this V bottom action, remember traders, is also off the back of, if I look at my weekly charts, what is this? What is this from a weekly chart perspective? Notice how that's just that could just be one big pullback before we get that. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get that, right? That's obviously there's no guarantees. So John said gold's going to go to the moon. Let's load up. Load up on 1 day options. No, right? Remember traders, if you want to capitalize on big movements, they take time, right? It's not going to happen in 1 day. Probably won't happen in 1 week, right? It's probably going to happen over the course of several months, okay? So whenever someone says big move to come, remember, it takes time for these things to happen. Not just in 1 day. Yeah, you might get big up days like gold happened on that day there, right? But then we may get some sort of a pullback or something like that, you know, like if we see this right here, you know, we may get something like this where we get a bit of a pullback through here and then a rally and, you know, and then away we go, right? So that's what I'm looking at through there, traders, when I'm noticing that there. That's a real interesting point that I'm noticing through here. And it's just, yeah, we're getting a lot of bullishness through there from that sector through there. Looking at silver as well too. Silver is Silver is definitely one traders that I'm really watching for on a big picture here. And this is where traders, if you ever trade in the markets, please try to combine both. Whenever I'm looking at the daily charts, I'm looking at daily charts and focus on that. But I'm also looking at the big picture because the big picture can tell us where big moves could be coming, right? And so looking at, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if it does, okay, there's no guarantees, but if we do, for some reason on this daily chart down the bottom here, we start to get a bit of a move back up towards that level 3. If that does happen, okay, that means this weekly chart is obviously going to do what? It's going to start to do something like that, right? Because it's the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart at the top, daily chart down the bottom. If we do get that, where is it coming from? Coming from what? The big calm before the storm. This here, look at all of this, nothing going on. Nothing. After the market does nothing for quite some time, guess what happens? Boom, right? So we need to be alert for opportunities around these markets because boom might be coming right now, right? So, and so that's what I'm looking through there. Let's go look at some of the actual mining sector as well too. So let's look at the GDX. GDX, we're getting a very strong bounce here, but we're not out of the woodworks yet with the GDX here, right? We're not out of the woodworks yet. We're getting a little bit of a bounce, but if we still could be making lower highs here. We're not in an upward trend yet, okay? We are getting these points through here, and this actually could be another point through here. So, but we're not getting that yet. But one thing I do say is we are definitely getting some sort of V action through here. So if we do continue up through here, one thing we want to see is we want to see a clear break above that 30 level on the GDX for it to say, okay. Now this overall downward trend, and I have a fetish with purple today, don't I? Why am I using purple for my lines? Love it. All right, GDXJ. All right, let's have a look at the GDXJ. All right, same sort of scenarios. We're still getting these lower highs, so we're not out of the woodworks yet. All right, when it comes to these gold mining stocks through here, or this gold mining sector here, we are still making these lower highs. So we haven't changed tune yet. The difference between that and gold is look what gold's done. Gold has pretty much done what? Yeah, that was the last high there, right? But look what gold's done. It's pretty much done a big, massive V bottom and retraced that entire move. What does that tell you? Something has changed, right? And now when we look at this gold, it's different with gold, right? Because look at this here. When we start to use our Fibonacci tools, right? From the high to the low, look what happened. We got round about that 50% 50% level there, came down, came up, 50%, continued down, okay? Then look what happened. Came down. Look what happened through here, right? 50 to 62% level on the retracement. Again, we're looking at what? Retracement. Down, up, 50%. Down, up, 50 to 60% level, rejected it. Now what's happening now, right? This is where you can see things are changing right now. So now what's happening? Now we can see what? Now we can see that we have this level through here. And now we can see what? We can have this level all through here. Now look at this here. Notice difference, right? What was this here? This level through here, 50% level. What was this here? 50 to 60% level. What's this level here? Retrace 100%. Something has changed. So I wouldn't be too surprised now to actually see possibly a little bit of a pullback through here, right? Because we have got a very big up move through here, so possibly a bit of a pullback. And the reason why it's probably likely to pull back, because probably a lot of people are going long right now on gold. And then as it pulls back, it stops them out, and then it gets ready to go again. So that's what I'm looking through there. So there we go, traders. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, traders, can you please put a like on this video? Click that like button for me. I appreciate that. If you do need some help, traders, then I've opened up my 12-month weekly private coaching program. This is me and you every single week, communicating, coaching, showing you what I'm doing, all that sort of stuff as well too. If you do need some help, guys, then you can apply for that. That second link in the description, click on that right now, go over, book a time for us to call, fill out that short little application so I know who you are and whether I can serve you or not. And then I personally will call you to see if you're a good fit on the phone. Speak to you soon, guys.